Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Network here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to do a little pizza review of Jack's Pizza. This is the first time I've had this so far, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not too bad. This is what it looks like. Very, very paper thin. Just pepperoni and cheese, basically, what it got. Nice and crispy after about 10 minutes or so in the oven there. I will say one thing. This was I think it was like 240 or 250 on sale. So that's the reason why I got a couple of them is what it was. And yeah, I've had a bite of it already. It's not too bad. The one thing I will give to it though is that like a lot of cheaper pizzas and stuff like that, I assume it has to do with the cheese that they use for this because this cheese, probably pepperoni too is like a lesser grade pepperoni is my guess honestly. And those two things combined equal a shit ton of grease. I had to literally take about probably 4 or 5 paper towels to this razor thin pizza and splotch it off right now before I could even eat it right now. And even still, it's still got some grease on it. There's what it is. But like I said, it's not too bad. I already took a bite of it earlier. I'm gonna take another bite of it right now on camera just to do a review again right now on camera. This tastes like thin crust should, honestly. It's pretty good, man. Not gonna lie. That pepperoni is really good, actually. I'm surprised by that. Like, it definitely has a decent taste to it. So, I'm not sure if that's one of the what you call it ones or just one of the other ones though. So, if I'm gonna compare this to something else, I think the closest comparison I can do to it would be probably Tostino's, which is not the greatest, and it tends to be a lot more flaky and everything else like that. Whereas this actually sticks together pretty good. And I'm not gonna lie, for about 250 give or take, if I can get these on sale again, I'm probably gonna buy them on sale again. 10 minutes in and out. I could definitely see this being filling. Like I said, very, very paper thinish, but not really that much to be expected. There's what it is. I wouldn't really expect too much out of it as it was there. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by this actually. I thought it was going to be not quite as good as this actually. So, again, it's nice to try new things once in a while because you never know. You might find something you really like actually. So, I still think, honestly, though, if we're going to talk pizza to pizza, the best frozen pizza on the market right now has to be that Motor City Pizza that Honda suggested to us like a couple of years ago is what it was. And by us, I mean like the entire like group of people is what it is there. Like, so it'd be myself and like 10, 12 other people is what it was then. And dude, I've had that so many times. And like, the difference between that one though and this, obviously, like this is a good pepperoni and cheese pizza. The what do you call it now? The I'm just blanking out right now. The Motor City Pizza is much better as a deep dish 3 meat is what it is, because I've had it as both, and personally I like the 3 meat better is what it is, just because it has a better taste to it and it's just overall just better quality it seems like. So yeah, definitely good stuff. But like I said, going to this Jack's Pizza though, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd actually say it's up there, man. I would give it at least probably like a good 6 or 7 anyway, if not even a little bit higher than that, because it definitely has like even just in my mouth right now, like after eating it for a couple minutes there, it's not really leaving any like hot aftertaste in my mouth, which is a good thing. Because I've had that with way too many pizzas actually, where it's like the pepperoni or whatever that's in it is that has like this. It's like the mixture they put in or whatever for the spice pack. Basically, it leaves like a hot aftertaste in your mouth usually. This does not so far. Very good. Like I said, the only downside I would really give it right now is that it was very greasy coming out, and you had to splotch it up with paper towels and stuff like that to make it so you're not eating just like a fucking ounce of grease, basically, is what it is. But yeah, other than that, though, it's definitely up there, man. It's definitely good. So, highly recommend. Like I said, especially if you can get this on sale. I got this on sale the other day at it was the local Giant Eagle, which is a local grocery store here in Ohio and most of the surrounding states. So I think it's one of the breadbasket ones is what it is. So because I know Giant Eagle was originally created in Pennsylvania is what it is there. So, but yeah, good stuff, man. Definitely good stuff. That being said, I gotta grab the other one out of the oven before it burns. So hopefully it hasn't burned already at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be back in a minute or so is what it is, but and then we're gonna probably be here for another minute or two after that, and then we'll call it a day after that. That's what it'll be. So yeah, I want to make sure that doesn't burn on me. So because that's the last thing I need right now. All of that being said, we could actually do a crispy taste test review on that one if that be the case then. So we may end up doing that one. But yeah, I'll be back momentarily is what it is. All right, so I'm back now. One thing I will say about this one, hot out of the oven, is it got a little bit crispier around the edges, and you can see, hopefully, just how much grease is actually on that. It's quite a bit. This is actually a pretty big pizza, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like it takes up the entire plate and then some. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and degrease this on camera just to see how much grease it actually takes off of it. Then try to move this one aside for the time being. Grab my tray table here is what I need to grab. We can put both of these on there together. Hopefully. Yeah, it seems to work. Semi anyway. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of grease on this pizza, man. I mean, like a lot of grease. So, yeah, like it's definitely going to be like multiple ones. One thing I will say though, compared to Tostino's though, which does not allow you to degrease it without basically ripping off the cheese and pepperoni and stuff like that, this does do a good job of like keeping everything on there. So again, another thing. Yeah, it's just one chunk of it right there. It's a lot too, man. Head off a little more of that on this. Yeah, just soppy grease, man. Not a fan. Especially with my health issues. That's the last thing I want in my system right now. It's just a shitload of grease. So, get this as degreased as possible right now. I could easily see this feeding a couple people though. Like especially if you have like little kids or whatever. This would be a great option for them, obviously. Like we need something for like 2 small children or something like that, maybe. Or even just like one growing boy, basically, is what it would be. If we got like an older teen or whatever, I could see them munching one of these down themselves. Maybe 2 even. Man, that's a lot of grease off that. Looks like we got most of it off though with 4 paper towels, so that's good. Yeah, I'd say about 85-90% is gone on that one. That's what you want to have see going off that then. And you can see the difference now between how glossy it was previously and how glossy it is now. Where it doesn't have really any gloss at all on it right now. Like I said, this definitely got more cooked than the last one did. And this is about, I think, 11 or 12 minutes in. Whereas the other one was about 10 minutes in, give or take. So, but go ahead and take a slice off of this one, is what it is then. Good flavor, for sure. Even being a little bit less hot now, it tastes pretty good still. And that says something, because that's not with all pizzas, man. I've had pizzas before, as soon as they get kind of cold or a little bit cool, they just taste like shit, honestly. So, and actually, this even has a really good sauce to it, man. It's not really sweet, it's not really tangy. Like, it's almost just perfect, basically. And it could just be there's not a whole lot of sauce there at all. And maybe that's what it is. I'm not a huge fan of like a lot of sauce either. So mostly, again, goes back to my health issues and what have you. I don't need to have, like explosive diarrhea or anything like that. That's what it is then. Shit like this. But yeah, it's happened before. So, especially with Domino's and stuff like that in the past. But anyway, that being said, yeah, this is pretty good, I think, man. It definitely has a flavor to it for sure. That's very, very good. And it's one of those things that I think you could definitely have be a very good cook. For, like I said, even just like it doesn't really matter what you want to do it for. If you're like a college kid on a low budget or whatever the case be, that's a good one for it. If you're a, high schooler, if you're a little kid, if you're an adult, whatever the case be on a budget, it's definitely a good option, man. Because I can see at least one of these full pizzas filling up most people's what it is then. And of course, like I said, if you're got a couple little kids or whatever the case be, like it would definitely be something for them. Now, granted, health wise, is it really that good? Probably not. I'm sure it has all kinds of preservatives and stuff like that in it. It's not, the greatest or whatever, but it tastes good. Tastes good to me, man. So that's all that matters is, will I as an adult eat this? And the answer is yes. So, and if that is the answer to a question, then that's usually what it ends up being, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll give it a good review on that one. So like I said, I think it's definitely, like I said, I think I originally said it was about a 6, give or take. I think I'm going to go higher than that now. I think I'll go maybe like a 7.5, 8 even maybe. At least for this version of it anyway. So yeah, I would say at least a good 7.5 overall. Like I'll knock it like 2.5 points out of 10 because, like I said, the amount of degreasing you have to do to actually get it to be edible then is not a good thing. Which again, that's not really on them. It's more like on the just ingredients used. But that being said, like I said, like usually with most pizzas and stuff like that, you don't have something that's going to be like a hot after. It's like usually it'll be like a hot taste of the pepperoni or it'll be a hot taste of the cheese or something like that's what it is there. Usually not the cheese, usually pepperoni or sauce. Would that be the case then with most of these companies? And yeah, right now it doesn't really have it. It has it. I can taste like a little bit of like after eating like most of the side of the one. Here's what it is. I can start to taste like a little bit of heat, which might be pepperoni, might be sauce. But it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all, dude. And like I said, for what it would be, it'd be very mild. So yeah, very, very I'm confident in getting this again, obviously. So, yeah, that's my review for Jack's Pizza. I think it's a good pizza. Like I said, the only caveat, the only downside of it would be, degreasing it like crazy. But yeah, other than that, it's still pretty good, man. And like I said, it's got, like paper thin basically, but it's still decent though. I'm being very, not doughy at all here, Pet Matter. It's almost like a cracker crust, I would say, on it. Very good, though. Very good. Do a little ASMR here. See about cutting this other half here in half if I can. And try to cut the other one completely what it is then. That's just another downturn I will give this pizza. It's very hard to cut. You almost have to like do like a slice on it and then just like slice it through is what it is. Or like break it through basically is what it is. Which is not really an issue. Just being able to do a nice little pool there is what it is then. Yeah, definitely retains heat though, for sure. Which is something you don't really get with a lot of pizzas, dude. So I'm gonna try to cut through the entire other one. See if I can or not. Might just be a situation having to go all the way through and break like that one. Oh, yeah. Actually, that being a little bit more done is actually being able to crack proper then. So it's just a matter of ripping it in half, really. Oh yeah, that comes almost perfect actually. So yeah, that extra minute or so got it almost perfect then to be able to crack in half then. So yeah, that works well then. So let's try this little extra half here. It's a little bit more crispy then. Yeah, about the same. I said they're about 10, 12 minutes or so in the oven. I think I said 425. I put this on for about, I think it was 440 or 450 or something like that. It's hard to tell in my oven anymore. So, but yeah, it seemed to get done pretty quick though. So, yeah, definitely good. Like I said, review, definitely a 7, 7.5, something like that. So, the big caveat is that you don't get you got to degrease enough to where that, shave off a few points of stuff though. But yeah, this is definitely, I would say honestly, like of the thin crust I've tried on the market right now, especially frozen pizzas, this is definitely top tier for sure. And overall, I would say compared to other frozen stuff, it's way better than Tostino's is. I think it's on par with what do you call it now? Murder City Pizza actually. Like not quite as good because that's like a deeper dish, obviously. Like I don't think anything's we're gonna beat that 3 meat crust or 3 meat one for Murder City Pizza. But yeah, this definitely is a very good thin crust though for sure. I would say this is definitely like top 2 or 3 thin crust honestly on the market probably. So yeah, definitely very good. And yeah, definitely recommend. Highly recommend. If you got yourself to feed or you got a bunch of kids to feed or whatever the case be, like, and you can get a bunch of these on sale, man, do that. And 10, 11 minutes later, you're feeding at least one kid at that point. Then, hell, if you want to have a kid have a bunch of kids with pizza parties and stuff like that, yeah, get these and just do 4 or 5 of these in the oven or whatever. Then, so apparently you can do these on a gas grill too, which is interesting. So I assume that's more like 10, 12 minutes as well. But yeah, maybe have to try that in the future or something like that. Take a couple of these in my cousin's place or something like that. Have them throw on the propane grill or something like that and see if it actually makes a difference or not. So, but yeah. Anyway, other than that though, I think that's about it for today. I'm gonna give it a. Jesus. So you got Columbia students are now fighting cops, taking Build Back Better, or taking building back. Police getting reporting as well as bomb threats, crazy videos, live streams and stuff like that out there, I guess. Fucking insane, dude. Yeah, I know those fuckers in Antifa last night. They were occupying the one building on the university campus. Took like 3 or 4 janitorial staff hostage and stuff like that. And my first thought on that one was like, okay, why don't these people just like run in the fucking bathroom with like a mop, throw the mop in the fucking toilet, and then come out with like a really like wet mop basically and be like, it's shit, motherfuckers, and like try to fight them with the mop. Because I guarantee, like really, like honestly, like who's gonna actually, or even like a plunger for that matter, like a wet ass plunger, like who the fuck really wants to fight somebody with a wet ass plunger, dude? And like risking like shit on them potentially. I sure as shit wouldn't. Like that'd be the thing though, man. Just have like a wet kind of like gross looking mop or whatever the case be, and just tell them it's like full of shit or whatever the case be, and see if they'll like see if they'll try to like fight you or disarm you from it or whatever the case be. Because that'd be funny either way. But plus it'd be hilarious to see that shit, honestly. Because it'd be like the shit mopper basically or something like that. Is what they call that. The good old anti-hero or hero of the day or whatever the case be then. Since that's what Antifa and BLM really are, is a bunch of shit stains in this country. Just need to be mopped the fuck up is what it is. I think we're going to cut that out and make that short at some point in the future. Especially with the hat. So, anyway. But yeah, I think that's it for today, though. I'm going to call it a day on that one. I'm going to finish eating these pizzas before Honda stream tonight then. And go from there as it will be. So, I'm pretty sure he's still doing a stream in the next 15, 20 minutes or so. To a half hour. So, anyway. I want to make sure I'm ready for that, honestly. But yeah, I just wanted to do a review on this pizza then, since I was trying it for the first time tonight. And yeah, first review, definitely good stuff, man. Would highly recommend. Would definitely try again. And yeah, overall, it's definitely a good pizza. I think even honestly, maybe even just one of these would actually fill me up then in the future. Like one of these and like maybe like a salad or something on the side or something. Would probably be enough to fill up. So But I tend to go with like 2 usually on these things, so just cause I'm a big dude and I'm pretty hungry, and this is like the only meal I have for the day is what it is then, so. Yep. Definitely good stuff, man. Very good stuff. Very, very good. But anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day on that one then. Next, I get ready for Honda's chat, and then hopefully he'll have one tonight. Better if we have one tonight. If he doesn't, it's whatever. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. I may end up missing Lines with Cross, which sucks, which is the weekly event in game, because I'm going to be potentially having to do stuff tomorrow then. Yeah, be no fun though. Anyway, that was him just sending me a link or not right there. No, somebody else was coming back on something on the Discord. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully we can get that done, and then we'll get a couple things done here and there and get some stuff done over here then. Definitely got to clean up a little bit for tomorrow, because my aunts are coming tomorrow is what it is then. Then when I get in this china cabinet, there's still stuff sitting right here is what it is. My cousin told me today he was working with some dude that wanted to buy that game for me that I gave him yesterday that I wanted like almost $100 out of, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you like 60 out of it." And I'm just like, "Could he do 70?" So, because really, it's a whole thing of like, from my understanding, that it was a Pokemon game from the '90s, and I know it's not, the box is not in the greatest shape right now, or whatever, like the outside, so it's not like a display box, whatever the case be. Like, it would definitely be playable though. But the whole thing is, it's like, yeah, the whole entire point of it though is to have like something to play, and it's definitely like a playable version. Then it would be, as far as I'm aware, everything's there. And the fact that when you look on the various parts of the internet, it's like most people are asking like 100 to three, like 100 to $200 for them is what it is. Then if you see even the highest $300 is what it is. So it's like, I would not say like, I would say 70 is not unreasonable at this point, honestly. So, and plus that way I could get, my whole plan for that one is to basically get enough ammo to fill up the rest of the mags is what it is then, or at least pretty close to it anyway. So, I think what my actual plan is going to be is I'm going to get enough ammo to fill up at least 2 mags, and then 2 AR mags, I should say, on that one, and then probably like a brick of 550 is my guess, so I can start shooting my pistol again and then test that out and everything. And nothing else, just have something for some extra if I ever want to buy like a BCG conversion kit for one of the ARs or something like that is what it is then. So I could just have enough ammo to just sit around and just be ready to go then. So, which I think at the end of the day, that's probably what's going to happen with one of the 2 AR-15s I have right now. I think most likely one's is going to become a actual, what you call it then, which is a dedicated 22, which obviously is not as good as 22 itself, being just a regular base round or whatever then. Just because if you have a dedicated 22 uppers, what it is then, it's way better for that, obviously. And it could be something too as well, where eventually what happens is I might just look into, because I know Delta Team sells 22 uppers and stuff like that, like actual dedicated 22s and stuff like that. So depending on price, I might just get one of those if that'd be the case. But I also still want to get a 1522 again, so I'm still debating on that one. It depends whenever I get money from the estate is what it'd be then, and seeing what I can get for whatever then, and see what, different things are going to be looking like then is what it is, and then, literally going from there is what it'll be then. So, I think my plan right now is basically going to be that. It's going to be getting getting the stuff and going from there and figuring things out and doing whatever then. So, and it really just depends what it is then. So, all right then. So looks like everybody's getting ready for Honda's chat then, which I assume will be kicking off sometime soon. Right now, I'm just trying to get my stuff done because we're doing the bingo thing tonight in the game. So it's like every hour for 6 hours, you got to log in and make sure you're getting your bingo stuff on, because otherwise you're gonna get fucked over. Is what it is then. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I want to make sure we get everything we can on this one now. So let's see, we got 2 and then 3, so that'd be 7. That's like 2 apiece, give or take. Yeah, it's whatever on that one. Yeah, unfortunately with the bingo, you really got to have like a bunch of extra shit is what it is, and I don't have that, unfortunately. So, which sucks, but again, it is what it is. So, anyway. Trying to... The damn... Oh, there's one. Okay. I say, where the hell's a damn empty place I can put my fucking dude at? So, anyway. Got one then. So yeah, on that one, I think I'm going to call it a day then. It's been fun. It's been real. This is a review of Jack's Pizza. Like I said, pretty good stuff. Definitely highly recommend. 7 to 7.5 out of 10 for frozen pizzas. Definitely, I would say top quality frozen pizza. There's others that are probably better than this that I haven't tried yet, but they're also probably more expensive. And I would say, again, like when you're talking about going back to everything else on that one, when you're talking about price disparity, price, yeah. Is it disparity? Yeah, that's not the right word. I think I'm making up words at this point. Discrepancy? Something like that. Something with a dis. But yeah, like the disproportionateness or whatever, like the price between this and the price of something else or whatever it is. So yeah, I would definitely say this for sure is comparable when it comes to the price difference and stuff like that of like higher ends. I would say this is definitely on the top of the list then for sure because of that reason alone. Versus other stuff that, you know, might not be like super pricey. That's like more pricey, whatever the case be, is just about as good a quality basically. You know, like I said, you can get these on special. This past week, I got them for special for like, I think it was like $2.40 or $2.50 a pizza or something like that. That's a really good deal, honestly, dude. When you can get like 4 of these for like $10, especially in this economy. So, yeah, for sure, good stuff. So, anyway, that being said, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back hopefully in a little bit here with E-Honda and Company for 2A Tuesday, and we'll talk about everything going on with the Chaz pieces of shit is what it is, and how they're a bunch of fucking scumbag terrorist sacks of shit. They're not being treated as terrorists they are right now. And that's the problem in their country right now, dude. I get it, and as Honda brought up the other day, it's like, yeah, if these people were any kind of fucking mega supporters or right-wingers of any kind, really, you would have the cops bashing their fucking skulls in, like, the first 2 days, basically, is what it is there, dude. And yet, meanwhile, this fucking bullshit occupation has been going on for, like, 2-3 weeks now or something like that is what it is. Like, at least 2 weeks anyway now is what it's going on for. At Columbia anyway. And then you also have like other places where it keeps popping up every so often, like the next day. Like yesterday, I know there was one at Case Western. I know there was another one at some other state college in a different state. And it's like, yeah, you got these people that are fucking just doing all kinds of shady shit, dude. And it's like, the problem is it's these fucking dumbass professors that are cucking for them, and it's these dumbass fucking deans of students and stuff like that aren't just expelling these fuckers on the spot is what it is, dude. It's like, that should be, honestly. It's like, okay, here's different, and it should be like, here's laid out rules. Like, this is what freedom of speech actually is, buddy. Like, and do the definition of actual First Amendment is what it is then for, you know, freedom of assembly and all that shit like that's what it is there. And like, obviously, like being, you know, peaceable assembly and everything like that. And then being like, and this is what you jerk offs are doing that is obviously not lawful assembly. So yeah, you're all expelled. Go fuck yourself. And that's what it should end with, basically. So anyway, but yeah, that being said, though, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of Jack's Pizza. 7.5 out of 10. Good stuff. Definitely recommend. Highly recommend. Will for sure buy again. And other than that, that's where we're at for the day. Enjoy. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.